Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where the obvious answers mean nothing and the obscure answers mean everything. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm Roy, and this is my chum, Rob, and we're from Eastbourne. We've known each other for 20 years.
And couple number two.
Hello, I'm Hayley and I'm from Cardiff. This is Anthony. He's the love of my life and he's from Newport.
Couple number three.
Hi, my name's Jane. This is my twin sister, Sarah. We're from Middlesbrough.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, my name's Todd. This is Sam. We've known each other since high school and we come from Watford.
And these are today's contestants. Thanks to all of you. We'll find out more about you throughout the show as it goes along. So that just leaves one more person for me to introduce, our resident wise guy, and I absolutely mean that in a Goodfellas, Godfather, sleeps with the fishes kind of a way. He's Don Osman. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hi, everybody.
Actually, Don Osman sounds worryingly close to Donny Osman,
Donny Osman,
which is really not what you are.
Yeah, that's not me.
No,
Spelled
not so much.
differently,
Yeah,
amongst
exactly.
other things.
Yeah.
How are you?
I really can't complain.
Excellent. We've got a lovely lineup today. We've got Hayley and Anthony back from last time. We got all the way through to the head-to-head.
Yeah.
They're very smart. They're going to do well again today. Now, we've got Sarah and Jane as well, and they're in that position that you sometimes find returning pairs. They got 200 last time. It's quite an unlucky 200, I have to say. It's quite a tough category, and it wasn't like a ridiculous 200. But it's awful when you come back and you just think this could go one of either way, couldn't it? So if they come and win now, then the first show is going to be hilarious. All their friends can come and watch it. If they do badly, then it's like, uh-oh.
I think they will do well.
Do you think?
Because we, as you say, we have pointless losers that we know they lost because they were playing the game properly, and that's what you were doing. You were finding really obscure answers that were so obscure they were actually very wrong. But
you know, however well they do, it's going to be very hard for them to win. Because, you know, look on podium one there, that looks like a winning team if you've ever seen one.
Oh,
after a few years of doing this, you get to occasionally pairs come along, you think, hello, here we go. And Rob and Roy have got the look of a deadly sort of...
Yeah.
Look at that, look at the smiling assassin there. There's your winners right there. Should we do the show anyway, or shall we?
let's go through the motions, shall we?
Two classic pointless categories, first two categories. Proper
Excellent.
old school pointless.
Thanks very much indeed. Now, all our questions on Pointless have been put to 100 people before the show, and our contestants here need to find the obscure answers those 100 people couldn't get. Now, everyone, of course, is looking for a pointless answer. This is an answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. David and Andy didn't win the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that, so today's jackpot starts off at £3,000. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, in this round, I'll take an answer from each of you, but there is to be no conferring. And at the end of the round, whichever pair has the highest score will be heading home. So our first category today is the Oscars. The Oscars. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns Best Actress Oscar winners. Best Actress Oscar winners, Richard.
On each pass, we're going to show you the names of 7 films. We need you to tell us the actress who won a Best Actress Oscar for her role in that film, please. It's going to be 7 on each pass, 14 in all, 14 actresses to get at home. Good luck.
So 7 films on the board. You just have to name the actress who won Best Actress Oscar for that film. And here is our first board. Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, Boys Don't Cry, Mary Poppins, Roman Holiday, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, A Streetcar Named Desire, and Funny Girl. I'll read those one last time. Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, Boys Don't Cry, Mary Poppins, Roman Holiday, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, A Streetcar Named Desire, and Funny Girl. Now then, Rob and Roy, you all drew lots before the show, and today you are going to go first. Rob, a very warm welcome to you. Rob, Roy, are you Jacobites by any chance? No. Yeah. Rob, what do you do?
I'm retired now.
Yeah.
Previously, I sold IT systems.
And what do you do now? What fills your time?
Well, just as I can, of course. We play a bit of golf. I keep my garden going, which I'm keen on, walk about a bit, and read a lot.
And read a lot, good. Now, how do we feel about these films?
Oh, I don't watch films.
Yeah. Generally, as a rule, this is... Have you seen any of these films?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'd like to have a go at Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, and that's Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor, says Rob. Elizabeth Taylor for Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. It is right. 27. Very respectable start to the game there, Rob. 27.
Well played, Rob. Told you so. Yeah, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? There's only 4 credited actors in that film. They all received an Oscar nomination for the same film as Elizabeth Taylor, Richard Burton, George Segal and Sandy Dennis.
Now then, Hayley, welcome back. Head-to-head last time.
Yes, I'm afraid we lost 2-0. Albert Einstein got the better of us.
As he did with so many people, yes. But you played very, very well up to the head-to-head.
Well, I think we've got good joint knowledge, so if we can get through
Well,
the
if
first
joints
2
come
rounds...
up, that will be that will be great. Now, Hayley.
I know a couple of them. What I'm not very good at is knowing which would be lower, whether to go for a more recent one or an older one. But on the basis it goes with my character and personality, I'm going to pick Funny Girl, and I'm going to say Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand, says Hayley for Funny Girl. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said Barbara Streisand. Is right. 51. 51 for Barbara Streisand.
Yeah, she won the Oscar for her first film role, which is very impressive.
There you go. Sarah.
Hello.
Sarah, welcome back. Last time, yes, 200 club members.
Yes, I'm afraid we are.
This time, I see great things happening.
I'm glad you're more optimistic than I am.
How are we feeling about films, Sarah, generally?
Generally, I would be feeling OK. Today, not so OK. I know I should know who played Mary Poppins.
Oh, really?
And I can't think of her name at all. It's just totally gone out of my head. So I'm going to pick a streetcar named Desire and say Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda. Jane Fonda, says Sarah, for A Streetcar Named Desire. Let's see if that's right. Could be. Oh, but it's not, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm sorry, an incorrect answer scores you the maximum of 100 points.
Sorry, Sarah, that's 300 now in 3 answers, so Jane. Yeah.
It's all on
You'll
you.
be OK, won't you?
Now then, Todd. Welcome to Pointless, Todd.
Thanks very much.
And you come from where?
We came from Watford today.
From Watford. What do you do, Todd?
I work in the building society.
And what do you do in your spare time, Todd?
My spare time, I don't know, I kind of enjoy going to the gym, play a bit of squash, video games mainly, it's like that sad type of thing.
What, at the gym?
Yeah, I know.
Good stuff. Now, always tough on that last podium there, because you just get what remains on the board, but there are a few choices still up there.
Yeah.
Do you fancy talking us through them?
I really couldn't hazard a guess at most of these ones. I think, and this type of thing, my girlfriend's probably going to kick me over if I don't get it right, but I think Mary Poppins was Judy Garland, but that could be completely wrong.
We could be completely wrong. Let's see. Judy Garland for Mary Poppins. Is that right? This could be a lifeline for Sarah and Jane.
Definitely is.
Let's find out. Judy Garland, Mary Poppins. Bad luck. Bad luck, Todd. I'm afraid an incorrect answer scores you the maximum of 100 points.
Sorry, Todd, that was a good gasp from the audience, though.
Yeah.
That's like one of those gasps you get at the circus when the tightrope walker just slips. Let's clear up who played Mary Poppins. It was, of course...
Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews, yeah, not Judy Garland, I'm afraid. 67 points it would have scored you, which would have been better than 100. It is a tough board, isn't it? Now, A Streetcar Named Desire wasn't Jane Fonda. That was Vivian Leigh. She would have scored you 9 points. Roman Holiday.
Audrey Hepburn.
That's Audrey Hepburn, yep. That would have scored 21. Boys Don't Cry, a much more recent one. That was Hilary Swank. So well done if you said that. 14 points if you said that. And Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. It's the best answer up there. It is Ellen Burstyn. That would have scored 3 points. So very well done if you got that.
Thanks very much. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at those scores. 27, as you predicted. Rob and Roy, very, very strong indeed. Lovely low score there. 51, where we find Hayley and Anthony. And then up to the hundreds, where we find Sarah and Jane, but they're joined by Todd and Sam this time round. So, Sarah and Jane, maybe you will see. You will get to breathe the pure air of round 2. Who knows? It's going to be between you, Jane and Sam to see who stays and who leaves us at the end of the round. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 7 more films on the board, and here they come. We have got Mildred Pierce The Silence of the Lambs, The Great Ziegfeld, Cabaret, Sophie's Choice, Jezebel, and Misery. I'll read those one last time. Mildred Pierce, The Silence of the Lambs, The Great Ziegfeld, Cabaret, Sophie's Choice, Jezebel, and Misery. Now remember, we're looking for the names of the actresses who won Best Actress Oscar for these films. And Sam, you need to find the lowest scoring one you possibly can. Sam, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. What do you do, Sam?
I'm a midwife.
Are you? How long have you done that for?
About 3.5 years.
Well, have you noticed that since Call the Midwife went on television, that the applications have just gone shooting up?
They've always been quite high anyway, actually, to be honest. It's quite popular.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I think you have to.
Is it living up to everything you'd hoped it would?
Yes and no.
Yes.
You've got to be quite realistic, I think.
OK, well, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. Now, you've got this board. How do you find that?
Not great.
Because remember, we need a low score from you.
It's probably not going to come. I'm not too confident.
Push, Sam, push!
I'm ready. Do you know what? I'm never going to say that to someone again now. That's horrible to hear it. I'm racking my brains, and I think possibly this is my best possible guess. Cabaret, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Cabaret, Catherine Zeta-Jones, says Sam. OK, there's no red line for you. You're the high scorers, but let's see how many people said Catherine Zeta-Jones. Is that right for Cabaret? Oh, bad luck.
Sorry.
Bad luck. It'll all be explained to you at the end of the round why that's wrong, but I'm afraid that is wrong, and it scores you 100 points. Takes your total up to 200, Richard.
Sorry, Sam, she won a Best Supporting Actress for Chicago, which easy to mix up. So sorry about that.
Now, Jane. Jane. Ooh, big lifeline there. Well, the high scorers on 200 are Sam and Todd. You're on 100. If you can score 99 or less, you are through to round 2. I think you can do this.
I think I know Cabaret. However, I'm almost certain I know The Silence of the Lambs, so I'm going to go with The Silence of the Lambs and Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster, says Jane. Jodie Foster, here's your red line. Get below that. I think you can. You are through to the next round. Jodie Foster, is it right? How many people said it? Well done. 65. 165 your total. You are in to round 2.
Yeah, that film won all the top 5 Oscars. Won the Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Screenplay, which is very good going. Now then, Anthony,
Great news. You're through to the next round. Anthony, now remind us what you do.
I work for Royal Mail. I'm a manager, been there for 27 years.
And when you're not doing that, you spend all your time putting off the dates when you're finally going to get married to your fiancée of 5 years, Hayley. So I'm just filling you in on what we discovered last time. Oh, Anthony.
One day.
Any closer? Did you discuss it after the last show, maybe?
Well, I think we're probably a day closer.
Yeah, well, we're all a day closer to something, Anthony.
Yes, no, you know, we did have a little think about it after the last show.
Yes, no, we did have a little think about it. Now, oh, Hayley. We'll start. Do you know that Richard and I are actually licensed to marry people?
We did actually talk about this after the last show and said that if you would both come to the wedding, it might be sooner rather than later.
Very happy to.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we'll make a commitment
Come on,
if you
guys,
will.
now, come on.
Well, yeah,
I'm
we
sure
should
you're all very
discuss
busy.
this. No, I've actually got a lot of time.
Pretty much free.
I mean, it would probably have to be in the next couple of weeks, Anthony, but certainly...
Let me have a very quick look, Hayley, at my diary. No, it's... no, I'm looking pretty good for the next couple of months.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be lovely.
Yeah, that'd be really nice. Oh, you'd have to get a hat.
Oh. Isn't it you getting the hat? I can never work out which way round we are.
Now then, Anthony, you're already through to the next round, as I say. But let's have a good answer from you.
I also think I probably know the answer to Cabaret, but I'll go for something perhaps a little less well-known and say Misery, Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates, says Anthony. No red line, you're already through, but let's see how many people said Kathy Bates for Misery. It's right. 28. 28 takes your total up to 79.
Good answer, Anthony. She's brilliant, isn't that?
Yeah,
Kathy Bates,
terrifying.
terrifying film. It's a good film, but scary.
Roy.
Yes, sir.
Roy, welcome.
Thank you.
Now then, you are also already through to the next round, which is great news. It was never in any doubt. Let's just be clear about
for me.
Roy, what do you do?
I'm retired.
What did you do?
I used to sell chemicals. I was
did
a
you?
chemical sales manager and...
Predominantly to which...
Well, predominantly
sector?
to the animal feed area, really.
And what do you do now, Roy?
Play golf with Rob, obviously.
How did you meet?
Through our wives, really. Our wives knew each other, and you know, through golf, and we joined the same club, and that's the story.
I think it's
really.
lovely when men meet through their wives, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's such a nice thing. They get sort of dragged along somewhere,
Yes.
like children, and they go, "Rob, this is Roy. Why don't you two chat for a little bit?"
You go off and play.
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
go and
Yeah.
play.
And then before you know it, you're out there golfing.
Sure,
Oh, that's nice. OK, now then, you are the last person to have this book,
Yes, I
Roy.
know.
Now, you have the luxury of being able to fill it all in for us.
No, I can't do that. In fact, I'm struggling on most of these. I feel I should know the cabaret one, but I'm going to go for what I think is, if it's right, would be a very low answer, is Jezebel, and I think it's Bette Davis.
Bette Davis.
I think.
OK, well, let's see. Bette Davis for Jezebel. Is that right? How many people said it, if it is? It's right. Good answer, Roy. 7. There we are. 7 takes your total up to 34. I love all that. I love all that preamble. I simply wouldn't know. I have no idea. Bette Davis, Jezebel.
Yeah. I'll just give you the lowest answer of the round, if you don't mind. Yeah. It's a very good answer. Well played, both you guys, on that first podium. Her Oscar was sold at auction, which seems a shame, but it was bought by Steven Spielberg, and he immediately donated it back to the Academy. So that's nice. Got a nice ending, that story. Now, everyone seems to know who was in Cabaret, but no one was going for it. Anyone want to hazard a guess?
Liza Minnelli.
Liza Minnelli, yeah, well done. Would have scored 64 points there. It's a big scorer. Sophie's choice is Meryl Streep. She's got more Oscar nominations than any other actress. Would have scored you 24 points. Mildred Pierce, again going back a bit, Joan Crawford. Would have scored you 10. And as a pointless answer, the great Ziegfeld. She won 2 Oscars in a row. First person to do it, Louise Arena. And that would have scored nothing at all. So very well done if you said that at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our first round, I'm afraid the pair who'll be leaving us with their high score of 200, our newest members of the 200 Club, it's Sam and Todd. Do you know what? They were really tough boards, though.
Do you know, cliche, they were before our time.
No,
Well,
that's banned. That is because those films are not before your time because they are still available.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
on
See
telly,
Mary Poppins,
you can still
but,
see them. Mary Poppins is
Mary
before
Poppins,
nobody's time.
Unforgivable.
Yeah. Listen, we will see you again next time, Sam and Todd, and look forward to that very much. Meantime, thanks very much for playing. Sam and Todd. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Now, obviously, there's only going to be room for 2 pairs in our head-to-head round, so we're going to have to say goodbye to another pair at the end of this round. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 is US states. US states. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many US states with 9 letters or more as they could. US states with 9 letters or more in their name.
Yeah, if you listen carefully to the instructions, we're looking for any US state with 9 letters or more. OK?
OK, now then, Rob, an obscure US state with 9 or more... I've got the hang of this now, yes. With 9 or more letters to its name.
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island, says Rob. Rhode Island. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Absolutely right. And I suspect a very good answer. Down it goes. Still going down. 6, Rob. Very, very well done. That's a great score. 6 for Rhode Island.
Brilliant answer, Rob. Well played. And so cocky now. Didn't even beforehand say, I don't really know about American states at all. Never heard of this America, but I'll say Rhode Island.
Hayley.
Well, there's not a lot of reasons I can give for picking this other than it's got 9 letters in it. And I'm going to say Minnesota.
Minnesota, says Hayley. Minnesota. Let's see. How many of our 100 people said Minnesota? Still going down. 14. Not bad, Hayley. Not bad at all.
Yeah, another very good answer. The capital of Minnesota is St. Paul's. It was originally called Pig's Eye Landing.
Wow.
Yeah.
St. Paul. Yes. I bet there's a nice resort there for a honeymoon, Anthony.
It's the honeymoon capital of the Midwest. St. Paul.
Very nice. Now, Sarah, here we go. This is your time.
Yes. I'm going to say North Carolina.
North Carolina, says Sarah. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 said North Carolina. Well, it's absolutely right. Very well done, Sarah. 6 is our low score, 14 our high. Where is North Carolina going to take us? 24. 24 for North Carolina.
Oh, how does that feel, Sarah?
Relieving.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Yeah, North Carolina. The best thing I know about North Carolina is it's the world's first crazy golf course was in Fayetteville, North Carolina. There you go.
There you go.
Can have that.
Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at those scores. 6, there we are, Rob and Roy, once again in pole position at this stage of the round. Up to 14, where we find Hayley and Anthony. And then up to 24, where we find Sarah and Jane. All quite close, but Jane will need a nice low score from you to make sure you stay with us for the head-to-head. Best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, now, Jane, we are looking for any US state whose name contains 9 or more letters. And obviously, you're going to try and find the lowest score you think you can.
I am. I'm going to follow a similar line to what Sarah did, but I'm going to go North Dakota.
North Dakota, sticking with the north there. Well, you're the high scorers, so there's no red line for you. Let's see how far down the column North Dakota takes you. He's right, of course. 22. 22 for North Dakota takes your total up to 46.
Yeah, it's bigger than England, North Dakota, but only 700,000 people live there. It's sparsely populated, over 53 million in England.
I'd say that's almost too much space.
Yeah, you've got too much time for thinking in North Dakota, I think.
Good place to go and write a book.
Amazing place to go and write a book. Not a brilliant place to go and play crazy golf. There, I'd go North Carolina if you want to play crazy golf.
Anthony. Anthony, I can tell you the high scorers are now Jane and Sarah on 46. If you can score 31 or less, you are through to the head-to-head.
Well, I'm going to go for an answer which comes from the lyrics of a song by John Denver and go for West Virginia.
West Virginia. OK, here's your red line. Get below that with West Virginia, you are through to the head-to-head. Let's see how many people said West Virginia. Yep, you've done it. Very well done. Still going down. 8 for West Virginia. Takes your total up to 22. How extraordinary. North, all those North answers scoring really high. West Virginia in at 8.
Yeah, and you've also got everyone at home now singing along to that John Denver song. So I am. I can barely think of anything else apart from Country Roads.
I'm very happy with it.
It's a lovely song, isn't it?
Lovely song, yeah. Roy.
Yes.
Roy. Oh, you see Roy once again. Yes, I don't know about this yet. The high scorers on 46 are Jane and Sarah. If you can score 39 or less, you're through to the head-to-head.
I'm going to go for California.
California. California. There is your red line. Let's see if California gets you below it. It's right. Oh, bad luck, Roy. 59, that scores you. Takes your total up to 65. Oh, it's a high score.
That is a high score. It's a shocker, that, as well, isn't it?
Clever.
You're going to be annoyed when I read out some of these right answers, because almost every single answer would have seen you through there. There's only 2 answers that would have given you that big a score, I'm afraid. There's no pointless answers at all. The best answer on the whole board is Rhode Island. There's no better answer up there, so terrific start. Let's have a look at 2 of the other lower scorers. Louisiana would have scored you 7, and there's West Virginia as well for 8, Anthony. Well done. Connecticut would have scored you 9. Wisconsin and New Hampshire both would have scored you 10. 13 points for New Jersey. 16 for New Mexico and Pennsylvania. All of these would have seen you through to the head-to-head. South Carolina would have scored 19. Just gone to South Carolina instead of North Carolina. Massachusetts 20. South Dakota 21. Let's take a look at the top 3. Just heard one of them. Mississippi would have scored you 28, perhaps unsurprisingly. Washington, 51. I think people always say Washington, but it's not a famous state, it's a famous city, and the two are not connected in any way whatsoever.
No.
But would have scored you 51 points. And California, right up the top there, I'm afraid. So you got the best one and the worst one in the same round, 59.
Thanks very much indeed. So at the end of our second round, a shock result there. Roy, suddenly plumbing for the really high scorer there. Did you know any of those low-scoring ones, or had you just
yes,
not?
I actually was going to go West Virginia, because when he went to West Virginia...
Ah, so you didn't have much time then to think of a replacement?
No, I didn't. I was going to go Oklahoma, but I don't think that would have got me through either, so...
No, it's 8 letters, I'm afraid.
Yes.
Roy and Rob, I'm sorry we have to say goodbye to you now, but we will see you again next time when I have every confidence you'll soar right through to the final. Great to have you on the show. Thanks so much, Roy and Rob. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for our head-to-head. Well, congratulations, Hayley and Anthony, Jane and Sarah. You are now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £3,000. So to decide who goes through to the final and plays for that money, you're now going to go head-to-head. The big news is you're now allowed to confer. The first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Now, Hayley and Anthony, you've been here before, and you were our golden couple last time, our low-scoring pair. Fat lot of use that was.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But this time, how are you feeling? How are you feeling?
OK, yeah, less nervous than the last show.
Good. Now, Jane and Sarah, that first answer of Jane Fonda in the first round, did you ever think you were going to end up here?
No. To be honest, after our 2 answers in the second round, we didn't think we'd end up here.
Well,
either.
I know, but it's
So that's the game.
I had no idea. I had no idea why North Dakota and North Carolina should have scored so high. But there we are. Anyway, here you are. That's the beauty of Pointless.
It was gifted to us.
There you are, exactly. I told you I had high hopes. Best luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. OK, here comes your first question, and it concerns opera singers. Opera singers, Richard.
I'm going to show you 5 images of opera singers now. Can you identify the most obscure? Good luck.
OK, let's reveal our 5 opera singers, and here they come. We have got A, B, C, D, and E. There we have 5 opera singers. Hayley and Anthony, you go first.
OK. We actually know 4 of the 5.
Very good.
And we're going to pick the Welsh one, so we're going to pick B, Bryn Terfel.
Oh, nice pronunciation. Bryn Terfel. I've been calling him Brian Terfel all these years. Bryn Terfel. OK, now then, Jane and Sarah, can you talk us through the board?
No. In a word, we think we're going to have to accept that we're not going to win this point, but we're going to say C, which we think is Sarah Brightman. Yeah. The other 3, we wouldn't have a clue.
don't know.
C, Sarah Brightman.
We hope so.
The other 3, you wouldn't have a clue.
No.
Right, you are. So, Hayley and Anthony are going to say Bryn Terfel for B. There we are. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Absolutely right. Very well done. 16. Sarah and Jane, meanwhile, have gone for C and have said Sarah Brightman. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people have said that. No, bad luck. Not Sarah Brightman, I'm afraid. So very well done, Hayley and Anthony. Great answer. And after 1 question, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, not Sarah Brightman, I'm afraid. It's Leslie Garrett. Would have scored you 27 points. I know lots of people at home would have got that. Now, A is the best answer up there. She's a favourite of President Obama and the Dalai Lama.
Is it Jessie Norman?
It is Jessie Norman, yeah, would have scored 2 points. That's a very good answer. Now, D is, do you know him? Alfie Boe.
Oh.
Alfie Boe, he was a car polisher before he became an opera singer. Someone walked past him polishing a car and he was singing. They said, you should audition for an opera company. Next day, he saw an advert for the doily cart. you know, applied, became one, and now is a huge, huge selling artist. And he would have scored you 30 points. His public profile very high at the moment. And E?
Maria Callas.
Maria Callas, yeah. She would have scored you 31, so it only just beats Alfie Boe.
Wow. Thanks very much indeed. So here comes your second question. Jane and Sarah, you'll get to answer this one first, but you have to get it right to stay in the game. Good luck. It concerns NATO. NATO, Richard.
Yeah, opera singers, then NATO. We're going all out for that dumbing down vote. We're going to give you 5 clues now to facts about NATO. Can you give us the most obscure answer? Good luck.
OK, let's reveal our 5 clues, and here they come. We have got number of founding member countries, the decade NATO was formed with the signing of its treaty, the Belgian city where NATO headquarters is situated, the country that became an official member in 2009, along with Albania, and the official language other than English. I'll read those all one last time. The number of founding member countries, the decade NATO was formed with the signing of its treaty, the Belgian city where NATO headquarters is situated, the country that became an official member in 2009, along with Albania, and the official language other than English. There we are, 5 clues to facts about NATO. Sarah and Jane, you go first. OK, Sarah and Jane.
We're not, again, too sure. However, I think the number of founding member countries was 16.
16,
I think.
say Sarah and Jane. 16. Now, Hayley and Anthony, talk us through the board, if you can.
Well, we were struggling with this board as well, to a certain extent. So we weren't sure whether the Belgian city was Brussels. And we thought the official language other than English would probably be French, because they were involved and they do like to support their language. But we thought we would go for the decade, and that was the 1940s.
The 1940s, say Hayley and Anthony, the 1940s. So Sarah and Jane have said 16 original founding countries. Let's see if that's right. How many people said 16? Oh, bad luck. Bad luck, not 16. So Hayley and Anthony with the 1940s, the decade in which it was formed. Let's see if that's right. All it has to be at this stage is right for you to win that point. It is right. Very well done. Very good answer. 17. 17. Well done, Hayley and Anthony. After only 2 questions, you're through to the final 2-0.
Another great answer, Hayley and Anthony, formed in 1949 under the Washington Treaty. You were right about the official language. It's French. That would have scored you 38. In French, NATO is exactly the other way around. It's OTAN.
That's French for you, isn't it?
Isn't it? Isn't it, though? The number of founding countries, so it wasn't 16, not a million miles off, it was 12. That would have scored you 2 points, so it would have been a good answer. If you'd gone for the Belgian city, if you'd said Brussels, it was the right answer. Quite a big scorer, they would have scored 42. And the country that became a member in 2009, this is a pointless answer, so congratulations to anyone who said Croatia. Very tough one, that, though.
Thanks very much indeed. So our losing pair at the end of the head-to-head round, I'm afraid it's Sarah and Jane. We've done very well to come through this far. And I'm afraid suddenly we flummoxed you with opera singers and NATO. But it's been great having you on the show. Thank you so much for playing. Jane and Sarah.
Thank you.
But for Hayley and Anthony, it's now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Hayley and Anthony. You fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to play for our pointless jackpot, which currently stands at £3,000. I tell you what, Anthony, £3,000, that would cover some of the removals, wouldn't it? That would get you down from Newport.
I'm not sure it'll cover much of a wedding, though, would it?
Well, you know, we can go towards it, though. Anthony.
It's absolutely shocking. Really, genuinely shocking. Can I just say, you genuinely seem to be a lovely couple. I don't see a... Don't they do, though, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
If anyone's going to get married.
For
You know,
heaven's
you haven't
sake.
helped my case by giving us a trophy each, because that means one for each house now, doesn't it?
No, there's only 1 trophy today.
Oh, OK.
Normally
Yeah,
it's
OK.
2.
OK.
Normally it's
So I
2.
get the
Yeah,
trophy.
today. OK, now, as always, you start off by choosing a category. And here are your 4 choices. They are France, acts associated with Stock, Aitken and Waterman, James Bond films, and Shakespearean comedies.
Well,
Well, not Shakespearean comedies, I would have
definitely
thought.
not for either of us.
Not comedies.
James Bond
James
films.
Bond films, yeah.
I think we'll go for James Bond films.
OK, James Bond films. Richard.
Yep, we're going to give you 3 options now in this category. You're going to have 60 seconds to give us 3 answers. You can choose from any of these options. Can you give us any Bond film directors, anyone who's directed one of the official 23 James Bond films up to the start of 2013? Any actors who have been credited with playing M or Q in any of those films? Or any of the bands or artists who provided the theme song to any Roger Moore Bond film, please? So Bond film directors, actors who played M or Q, or bands or artists who've done theme tunes to Roger Moore Bond films. Good luck.
OK, as always, you've got a minute to come up with 3 answers. And to win that jackpot, all you need to do is find a single pointless answer. Now, remember, you can provide answers for any of these 3 categories. Bond film directors, actors who've played M or Q, or Roger Moore Bond theme artists. Are you ready?
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
OK, actors who played Q. We've got Desmond Llewellyn from Newport.
Oh, we've got to have him then, haven't we?
So I don't know how well you know me to be.
Well, I didn't know his name.
Theme artist Carly Simon, I think. Nobody did
What about
better.
Sheena Easton? Did she do one of the Roger
She
Moore ones?
did do she definitely did theme, whether it was a Roger Moore one or not.
Okay,
So,
good looking at pointless there.
or other actors who played M, I mean, Judi Dench.
Judi Dench will be very popular now
Yeah.
after the last film.
So probably Desmond Llewellyn.
Bond theme, Carly Simon.
Carly
Which
Simon.
film did she do that we know was Roger Moore? Or we just...
Nobody did it better. I know
Okay.
this,
And which one did Sheena Easton do?
I don't know, but I think she's worth a guess anyway, because it's
Yeah,
about
okay.
the something
The directors, we don't know
We
any,
don't know any
no.
directors,
No.
do we? So
There's
can we
Cubby
think of
Broccoli
anybody
one,
else?
but-
Anybody else who did unusual Bond themes?
10 seconds left.
Surely that's if we want to whop,
Did we have
yes.
Duran Duran? Did they do? No, probably later than Roger Moore.
Later, I thought it was in the 80s.
Okay.
So, should we go with those 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Time is up. Your time is up. Now I need your 3 answers. What are you going to give me?
Okay, so I think an actor who's played Q is Desmond Llewellyn.
Desmond Llewellyn. I like that.
Another Welsh one,
Yeah,
I'm
I
afraid.
do like that. Desmond Llewellyn, who has played Q, yeah.
Roger Moore Bond theme artist, we think Carly Simon
Carly Simon
and...
Sheena Easton.
and Sheena Easton.
Happy
OK.
with that?
Yes.
So you're going to go for 2 answers for Bond theme artists from the time of Roger Moore and Desmond Llewellyn for our M or Q actor. OK, very good. Of those 3, which is our best shot at a pointless answer?
Desmond?
Desmond, I think.
Desmond,
Desmond.
Desmond Llewellyn. OK, Desmond Llewellyn will put last. Which is our least likely to be pointless?
Sheena
Sheena Easton.
Sheena Easton will put first. OK, let's put those up on the board in that order, and here they are. We've got Sheena Easton, Carly Simon, Desmond Llewellyn. Now, very, very best of luck. Your first answer was Sheena Easton, as an artist who sang a Bond theme during Roger Moore's tenure of the role. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Sheena Easton. If it's pointless, you win today's jackpot, £3,000. Well, it's right. Let's see how far down the column Sheena Easton can take us. If she takes us all the way down to 0, you leave here with £3,000. Down it goes 9. 9, single figures. It's a good score. Sadly, in this part of the game, we are only interested in pointless answers. So I'm afraid you haven't yet found a pointless answer. Only 2 more shots at today's jackpot of £3,000. Hayley, what would you do with £3,000?
Well, when I moved into my house 5 years ago, I never had a front door key. The people who moved out never gave me one, so we go in and out the back door. So I'd get some keys kept. That would be the...
I suggest you do that anyway.
5 years.
Yeah, good. OK, so some keys cut. Maybe give Anthony a key? Think he... Yeah, why not? Anthony?
Well, on a similar theme, because we've got 2 houses and we do plan on selling both of them and buying one together, so my house needs a bit of attention, so it'd probably go on...
Bit of attention so it can go on the market, so you can move in together and get married.
You can go as far as that.
That's national television now. That's
There
on
we
national
go.
television.
Right, OK, well, very, very best of luck for all of those reasons, particularly the front door key. I hope one of these 2 remaining answers wins you that jackpot. Your second answer was Carly Simon. OK, Carly Simon, let's see if that's correct. If it's pointless, obviously, you will win £3,000. Is Carly Simon a correct answer for a singer of a Bond theme during Roger Moore's Bond? It's right. Now, Sheena Easton took us all the way down to 9. Carly Simon, let's see how far down she can take us. If she takes us all the way to 0, as I say, you leave here with £3,000. Still going down. Oh, 4. 4. OK, now, everything is now riding on your third and final answer, Desmond Llewellyn. If that's right, you will leave here with £3,000. Let's find out if Desmond Llewellyn is a correct answer for an actor who played M or Q. Is it pointless? Well, it's also correct. Sheena Easton took us down to 9. Carly Simon took us down to 4. Desmond Llewellyn now taking us down through the 20s, through the teens, into... Oh, no! Not quite into single figures. Well, 3 fantastic answers there. 3 fantastic low scores. Unfortunately, though, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot of £3,000. That will roll over onto the next show, but we've really enjoyed having you here. And you do, of course, get to take home a pointless trophy each, so very well done indeed.
Thank you.
Yeah, you've been great for 2 shows, Hayley Anthony. It's been lovely having you on the show. Now, the one category you didn't choose anything from was the one where the most of the pointless answers were, which is the Bond film directors. Let's take a look at those. Now, Guy Hamilton, he directed Goldfinger, Diamonds Are Forever, Live and Let Die, and The Man with the Golden Gun. That's a pretty good run. There's a pointless answer. Mark Forster directed Quantum of Solace. Martin Campbell did Casino Royale, also did GoldenEye, and On Her Majesty's Secret Service's Peter Hunt. You could also have had Lee Tamahori. Michael Apted was a pointless answer, as was Roger Spottiswoode. Well done if you said any of those. Just 1 pointless answer for actors who played M or Q. John Cleese would have scored you quite a few points. Judi Dench scored loads. Ben Whishaw, the new Q, would have scored you 1. But Robert Brown, he was M in Octopussy, View to a Kill, Living Daylights and Licence to Kill. And he was a pointless answer, so well done if you said that. And also only 1 pointless answer on the themes, which is Rita Coolidge, who did All Time High, which was the theme to Octopussy. So well done if you said any of those pointless answers, and a very good attempt in the studio.
Did you know any of those pointless answers?
Rita Coolidge.
Might you have said that? Might you have got that?
Yeah, I might have.
Well, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to you, Hayley and Anthony, but we've loved having you on the show. Thank you both so much for playing. Really, really great contestants. Thank you. So, unfortunately, Hayley and Anthony didn't win our jackpot today, which means it rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing £4,000. Join us next time to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.